to say that we Fulani, we own this place. We own this Borno area. We just come here to claim our own. That was when the problem of stereotyping came. And we've got to make leaders like that swallow, take back their words, apologize to the nation, and even be subjected to some form of restitution to the whole nation. Not the kind of restitution, cockeyed, upside down restitution being proposed by this Gumi who says, I just read the report yesterday that these herdsmen, these bandits should be compensated. What kind of rubbish is that? No, we're saying those who've offended this nation must begin the process by apologizing and even offering some kind of restitution to persuade the rest of us that they want to come back into the community of equal beings, entitled to the same privileges, responsible for their own lives, in fact, accepting their own responsibilities, accepting responsibilities for their kind, obeying the laws, the Constitution. That's the only way towards peace.
Okay, Professor. Just want to straddle a bit between what my colleague just said. It would seem that what happened to you is evidence of how combustible the nation is at the moment. We had a group threatening that if anything had happened to you, that President Buhari would be the last president of Nigeria. So in the light of that, and a recent interview you did suggested that we were on the verge of a civil war if the matter wasn't addressed properly. So in the light of that, and maybe considering what Sheikh Guni has suggested, which you seem to have dismissed, do you not think that there is room for a carrot and stick approach rather than a one shoe fits all?
We are in a situation of stick and carrot. In other words, those who offend must be punished. They must be held culpable for their activities. On the other hand, those who have been violated, those who have been offended, must be persuaded that these are reformed people. In other words, demonstrably so, not simply talk, simply saying, oh yes, we're okay now. No, there are certain crimes already committed which have got to be dealt with. Now, I've said this before, and I wish to repeat this. Buhari does not appreciate the situation. He doesn't understand. I see no evidence that he understands how grave the situation is. I've said it again and again that I don't believe he's in charge, because it's not possible, in my view, for a head of state, a commander-in-chief of the armed forces, to say he's presiding over a nation and things get to this level. Something is critically wrong in the leadership, within the leadership of this nation. And that is where we civilians must come in. We must pick up the slack for our own situation, our own salvation. And this is one of the things we're engaged in. And that's why I resent this becoming individualized. Wole Soyinka is just another individual, just like another farmer, another student. And I want the people to understand this. What happened to me with this incident is just typical of what's happening to millions of people all over the country. And we cannot just sit still and say we're relying on central help when obviously it's not coming.
Well, Professor, of course, you and I know what happened in Ondo State recently, where the Mayor Tiala, the initiation of the presidency, got together with another governors of other states in this country, and they held a meeting which was, one would say, quite beneficial and rewarding. On the back of that, the governors of the North, in the North, have come out saying that they support ranching, that open grazing cannot be sustained. What's your sense of that statement?
It's late, but it's good. Better late than never. This is a commonsensical approach. Ranching. You want to ranch? Even my property which is being invaded. If you say you want to ranch, is your property available? We'll sit down together, negotiate. You fence it, you're responsible if you allow your cow to go and destroy other people. But I can rent out my land. It's business you want to do. So come and talk to me. So I congratulate the governors for waking up at long last and admitting this very simple, commonsensical approach to modern ranching. And I wish to appeal also, this is one of the things which can be done at the center, we should simultaneously now try and resurrect all those coaches, what are the wagons. You know, I grew up with cattle wagons on the train. I grew up with lorries taking cattle from north to south, east to west, etc. We need to resurrect all those facilities. But in the meantime, don't say that because the facilities have been allowed to go into the decrepitude, therefore you have to kill people to prove a point. But simultaneously, as I said, we've also got to put in the infrastructure to enable those who want to pursue this trade to be able to do so meaningfully and practically. That's the best we can do. In the meantime, however, we've got to sensitize the nation, and this is what I'm involved in. I will be proposing one or two measures to involve the entire nation as kind of symbolic gesture of solidarity with all those who have lost their lives because of this cockeyed, this skewed approach to business, and also to summon all governments at the center, the states, local government, and civic organizations to rally round and create a permanent solution to this dilemma.
Thank you very much. We certainly do look forward to this announcement, but thank you for clarifying developments, Professor Wole Soyinka, Nobel Laureate.
Thank you, sir.